Hey everyone, welcome back to Azimuth Podcast. So today we're diving into the mind-bending story that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction movie. Imagine robotic surgeons performing head-swapping operations. Yeah, you heard that right. We're going to break down the real story behind these creepy head-swapping operations and whether there's any truth to them at all. That's one of the things that I love about our podcast here at Azimuth is that we're a variety show, and so we can kind of pick and choose. But still, this one's a great one. So I'm Barrett McNabb. Let's get to it. Recently, the internet has absolutely been buzzing with a viral video showing a futuristic machine called BrainBridge. This video, which has gone, again, viral, depicts robotic arms removing a person's head and attaching it to a new body. The concept, giving people with severe disabilities a new lease on life. But is this real science or just an elaborate hoax? Well, let's take a quick look at this video. It's 8 minutes long. We're not going to watch the whole thing because I think you get the gist of it. But still, you've just got to see this thing, and this is what caught my eye.
Introducing BrainBridge, the world's first revolutionary concept for a head transplant machine, which uses state-of-the-art robotics and artificial intelligence to conduct complete head and face transplantation procedures, ensuring smooth outcomes and faster recoveries. Because head transplants require high speed, precision, and efficiency, BrainBridge utilizes advanced high-speed, high-precision robotic systems to speed up the process, eliminate human error, prevent brain cell degradation, and ensure seamless compatibility. The head transplant procedure involves removing a person's entire head containing the brain from their current diseased body and attaching it to the body of a healthy, young, brain-dead donor. Head transplants could provide individuals with severe medical conditions such as terminal cancer, paralysis, spinal cord injuries, or neurodegenerative diseases the opportunity to have a fully functional body while preserving their consciousness, memories, and cognitive abilities. The neurons are the longest-lasting functional cells in the human body, and according to our estimates, the brain is capable of lasting several hundred years, provided that the rest of the body remains young.
I didn't know that.
The BrainBridge concept involves the use of the integrated robotics platform comprised of the two autonomous surgical robots, designed to perform simultaneous surgeries on two bodies side by side within a single setup. The complete robotization of the process allows for the surgery to be performed in an environment with varying temperature and pressure. The procedure begins by preparing the donor and recipient bodies. The donor is a brain-dead patient who has a functional body with vital organs in good condition.
Okay, that makes sense.
While the recipient is the patient whose head will be transplanted onto the new body. General anesthesia is administered to both the recipient and the donor. Both patients undergo tracheotomy, with a tube inserted into the trachea to provide respiratory support and facilitate mechanical ventilation. Our proprietary artificial plasma solution is administered to both the recipient and the donor. This solution is designed to keep the brain and body oxygenated, prevent clotting, and allow for safe operation at low temperatures.
I'm not a doctor, but this seems feasible.
The recipient's head and the donor body are cooled to approximately 5 degrees Celsius to reduce potential brain damage during the detachment. Guided by advanced real-time molecular-level imaging systems, BrainBridge carefully separates the heads from the two bodies with the help of a specialized surgical technique that preserves the spinal cord and key blood vessels. Deep incisions are carefully made around the neck to expose the necessary structures, including the carotid and vertebral arteries, jugular veins, and spine. With the help of specialized AI algorithms, BrainBridge tracks both muscles and nerves during surgery to facilitate seamless reattachment. Next, incisions are made in the trachea, esophagus, veins, and arteries. The blood is then completely drained from the recipient's head to prevent clotting. The recipient's head is then positioned adjacent to the donated body using a mobile platform. BrainBridge immediately connects the detached head to the circulatory system of the donor body, which helps maintain blood flow during the rest of the procedure. It also also re-warms the recipient's head and provides it with oxygenated blood. With the help of its ultra-precision surgical instruments, BrainBridge begins reconnecting the spinal cord, esophagus, trachea, nerves, blood vessels, and other tissues. This step facilitates communication between the brain and the new body. The machine utilizes microsurgery techniques and delicate microscopic adjustments to ensure the proper alignment and fusion of the spinal cord and other tissues. To help reconnect the severed neurons, BrainBridge uses a proprietary chemical adhesive, polyethylene glycol, which is applied locally to the spine at the point of fusion. Once the spinal cord is connected, a specialized implant is placed in the epidural space behind the spine over the point of fusion. This implant promotes the repair of damaged neurons and allows the patient's brain to form neural connections with the new body and ensures that the sensory system is restored. It also functions as a temporary backup control device for the donor body. The next step of the operation is a face and scalp transplant where all the muscles, soft tissues, and skin are removed from the recipient's face. The donor's face, muscles, and soft tissues are then precisely transplanted in their place. By transplanting younger donor tissues, the procedure reduces the probability of tissue rejection and offers potential for aesthetic enhancement, particularly in cases where the donor is significantly younger than the recipient. It also restores functionality and structural integrity to the recipient's face and rejuvenates its appearance.
Okay, I think that's enough. But, this is crazy. I mean, it's absolutely crazy, and the video has sparked a massive debate. On one hand, it seems like something out of a horror flick, and the other, it raises really intriguing possibilities about the future of our medical science. So what's the truth out here? Well, it turns out BrainBridge is not a real company. The video is actually the creation of Hashem Al-Ghaili, a Yemeni science communicator and filmmaker known for blurring the lines between reality and fiction. Al-Ghaili has a history of producing viral videos, just like this one, that provoke thought and controversy. Remember, he also did one called Artificial Womb, Ectolife, and he's the one that was behind that as well. So while BrainBridge video is fictional, it touches on a real and highly controversial idea, head transplantation, or as some people prefer to call it, body transplantation. This concept has been discussed among some life extension enthusiasts and entrepreneurs as a way to bypass the limitations of aging by transferring one's head to a healthier body. Now, this is really kind of interesting because there are already companies that if you sign up for them, they will store your head. So what it is, you give them a call, and as soon as you die, and there's a limited amount of time, so I think it's only available in major metropolitan areas, but the company is based out of Nevada, I think. And I'll do some research, and I'll put a graphic up here for the name of the company. But basically what happens is when a person dies, a team comes in and severs your head and fills it with this proprietary chemical and then puts it in a canister that is cryogenically frozen and transports your head to their company headquarters. And it is stored in perpetuity based upon the money that you're paying, and they keep it in a ideal temperature. There's no crystallization, which would normally or water expands when it freezes, and so you're not bursting these cells. So the way they're doing it, you're not getting that crystallization. But the intent is for some time in the future that technology will advance to the point where the brain and the head becomes viable. And if you're using something like this, then this program or this head swapping or body swapping would actually work. And so there are people that have had their heads frozen for decades now that are waiting for this technology and to be brought back to life. And I'll be honest, I did not know that and I'll have to look this up. I'll have to fact check this, that neurons could last a couple hundred years. So that's absolutely interesting. But let's talk ethics. This idea brings up a slew of ethical questions. Where would the donor bodies come from? Is it fair to use an entire body for one person when the organs could save multiple lives? Remember, if you're an organ donor, a heart could go to a person, your kidneys could go to multiple people, your liver could go to multiple people. Same thing, I think your pancreas and things like lungs. And so is it good that one body would only go to one person? And what about the psychological impacts on both the recipient and society? I mean, the thing is they're transplanting the face as well, and a person's face is often their identity. And to have, it'd be one thing if you were old and your head was transported over into this younger body, but you remained old. People would know who you are. But they're talking about doing a face transplant as well. So you're taking the whole identity of the other person. And I think there are numerous movies that are out there. I'll do a quick research and see if I can plug a couple in there. But numerous movies where they're doing this exact thing, and they're taking people's bodies. Now, there is already a black market for human organs, and you have, in fact, there's stories where, there's a 14-year-old boy in Thailand, and he gave up one of his kidneys in order to get an iPhone 4 and be able to have bragging rights. That's obviously silly to do, but there are people that have been kidnapped and through human trafficking, and then had their organs forcibly removed in order to help other people. So would this be a whole new black market for kidnapping people and forcibly killing them, removing their head in order to have a steady supply of bodies? Is this where cloning would take place? And I think 6 Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger, they had these continuous clones that were being made of your body and transporting your memories into these clones if something happened to your body. This is far out. But the public reaction to BrainBridge video has been largely negative. People are not liking this thing. Many find the idea disgusting and immoral. And despite the backlash, Al-Ghaili claims to have received inquiries from potential investors and people looking for solutions to severe health issues. So he is getting ready for his first round of funding, it looks like. And I don't know. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? In the comments below, is the concept of head transplantation a glimpse into our future or just a creepy sci-fi fantasy? And if you had the means, and obviously this is going to be something that only rich people are going to be able to do. I doubt this price point's ever going to come down to $1,000 to do something like this. You're looking at millions of dollars, but people are paying millions of dollars to get on Blue Origin and fly semi into outer space. But would you consider a procedure like this if it became technically feasible? Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video thought-provoking like I did, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the cutting edge and sometimes controversial world of science and technology on this wonderful variety show. So until next time, stay curious, and please stay tuned after these messages.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy our show with all the stories we share, we would love your support.
And it's as easy as clicking that subscribe or follow button. This will ensure you never miss an episode and keeps us bringing you these important stories. Your support makes a huge difference. Thank you so much for being part of our podcast family.
Thanks, and keep tuning in.